about incoming tech and you've technology or IP, and you know it's looking like there is a feasible solution there. There's a piece of technology or intellectual property that you're seriously interested in. It would fit the bill. It would plug the gap that you need to plug. The owner of the IP is receptive. You know, you've had an initial exploration, maybe under NDA. You've had a look at the technology or the underpinnings, and you've seen that yes, it really is a good fit with what you want to do. So in principle, you're thinking, right, you know, I'm now thinking seriously about moving forward into a negotiation stage, which could lead maybe to a license. So before you do that, you need to think about think more widely about the costs. And the reality is that even when you look to purchase some incoming IP, there will still be, almost certainly, some one-off or capital costs. So, for example, if you are building something, you know, you may have to reconfigure lines or equipment or process parts of the process, be it the service delivery processes, to allow you to work that new IP or technology into what it is you're going to deliver or produce. So, for example, if it's a production line, you might have to modify a particular part of the process. If it's a service, you might actually have to do additional training for staff, or you might actually need to bring in some staff with different capabilities and different qualifications, for example, to allow you to actually deliver that service. And of course, there's going to be a training issue on the next one down, staff training. So you've got a product which has perhaps got it's got new internal configuration, or it's a service which has got a new structure to it. So you've got things like training, then you've got the salespeople. Do they know how to sell this new product on its benefits and features so it can realise its full value in the market? I'm just going to open the for a minute because it's starting to get graveyard shift. Get some air through. Yeah, so there could be some new characteristics to the product or to the service, which would mean that you'll have to train sales staff to make sure that they can sell the product or service on its features and benefits to generate maximum return, selling it at list price effectively. Production, there may be changes. You know, if I back on this one again, if I bring in a new type of laser diode or a new type of battery, well, it may change the way in which you have to build the product. It may change the way in which you have to test the product. It might need a new process or a new fixture or a new jig or whatever it might be. So there could be training associated with all aspects of getting this product out into the market. Then once you've configured how, or you understand how this IP is going to allow you to change and hopefully improve your offer or extend your offer, then you look at marketing. So there's going to be a cost in marketing. You might have to do new brochures. At the very least, you want to find a way of promoting the new benefit that you can deliver to customers. It may, depending on the impact of the IP on your business, it may allow you to fundamentally reposition your business in its market. It may allow you, lift you into being a premium provider of a product or a service as opposed to a run-of-the-mill player. So in that instance, changing the strategic positioning of your business, that again will come with costs in terms of doing everything that you need to do then to present the perception of your business being a premium business. And the final one is, if I create a better laser pointer, but I've got 10,000 in stock, what am I going to do with those? I'd like to launch my new product, but I've got a product which doesn't perform quite as well. in stock, or the parts to make them. So if it's just the parts, well, you might say, well, there are some parts that I can reuse, great, in the new model, some I can't. So those parts, you might take a view that if I built them into product, am I going to be able to sell that product at the original list price? Probably not. I've got a new product coming along which does all that and more at a similar price, or maybe a slightly higher price. So you might take it might be that you say, actually, I can't generate the proper returns from sticking with that old product. It's now become effectively obsolete in this market. All those parts I can't use, I'm going to write them off. And if you're a profitable business, you obviously write them off against your profits, so against tax effectively. So sometimes there'll be stock write-offs. In severe cases, you're looking at product service obsolescence, and any stock you have of product is effectively obsolete. So maybe either scrapped or sold off at very low rates just to clear it. Or if it's service obsolescence, then all the training and investment that you've got, that you've put into staff and the delivery mechanism may be completely obsolete, or at the very least might need a significant amount of re-engineering or restructuring. So that's on the one side, and then on the slightly more positive side, of course, the incoming tech. We were talking about cars the other day, and about how typically a vehicle company will launch a car, the new Golf, and 2 years later it's coming towards what they believe will be the top of the life cycle curve, and then they release the Golf Match, which has got a facelifted front grille, and now they bundle climate control instead of air conditioning, and you get electric windows in the back as well. And normally those would have cost you some extra, so they've effectively facelifted the product, the idea being you're putting a life cycle extension in. And it may be that this technology will allow you to put a life cycle extension into an existing product, in which instance that can really generate very, very good returns, because if it's on a royalty basis, there's not a great degree of capital investment, but you've got a product which has already got strong market penetration, good numbers, and by creating a life cycle extension, you can really help you with bringing the bringing excess